Hello, friends. We should be live now. Should be all good to go. Hopefully everyone is having a fantastic Monday. Or I guess in some parts of the world it could be almost Tuesday. But yes, welcome, welcome, welcome. We are once again back at it again in Drowned in Nightmare mode. Cycle 18 just started at the end of last stream. And we got that set up nicely with a 2d6 roll. Our sources currently are at 7.5. Next dice roll we do will be 2d6 as well, with the potential to go up as much as 1.2 strength per blocks. So that's going to be quite a bit of chaos when we actually get there. But yeah, just to recap in case anyone missed what happened last time, we put in these floodgates all the way across here. And we've reclaimed most of this area for farming purposes. And we started building a large trench farming area over here. We're going to have this entire thing built up with water wheels and power shafts. And oh, hey, do we have a stranded beaver? We sure do. Do we still have a Silly Billy? Is it time to have Silly Billy 2? Alright. Where's he at? I believe Silly Billy has passed on and has left us. No, he's still here. Wow. He's 55. You shouldn't be getting ads at the start of stream. I'm going to have to fix that. I think I had it set to only play, well, not during the stream. I thought it was only going to go during the VODs, so we can adjust that. You shouldn't be having to deal with all that. But anyway, this is now going to be Silly Billy II, his son, age 27. He's very silly indeed for being trapped on this little dam piece. So we're going to have to wait for his buddy to build this platform so we can escape. Silly Billy is district mayor. Well, at any rate, this is what we had set up last time when we had stopped, as we started laying all this out. This is all going to be compact water wheels, and these power shafts can be exchanged for these fermenters if we need to get them. But for right now, I figured this would probably be smart just to have this set up as power generation. We can always delete the power shafts, like I just said, if we need to have access to all of that stuff. Yes. Welcome. I am glad you're here. We've got a bunch of different stuff we can do today. Don't forget, this area still isn't quite finished in terms of getting things built. So let's give them a little bit of a helping hand and put in some more of this section right here in terms of accessibility. These guys are going to need all the help they can get. Because this side looks like it's done. Yeah, and it is. They're also building these levees right here. This is... I would like to have this done today. I don't know how long it's going to take them to get to that, but that sure would be nice if that was something we could do. And we were also going to try and get, I believe, bots working today. If you can remind me in chat what we were actually doing at the end of last stream, that would probably be helpful. But yeah, we started transitioning this area into different types of food production. And especially around here, mechanizing all of the food stuff. Because we needed to turn this area into things that were more useful for the rest of the beavers, like fun with the carousel. And now we have coffee growing here. And we can't actually do anything with the coffee until we can build the coffee, what do they call it? The coffee brewery? The coffee, yeah, there you go. Because we don't have the treated planks. And we don't have treated planks because we didn't grow any pine trees. We didn't grow any pine trees because we didn't have the need to, so that's what we did last time, was we planted a bunch of these pine trees. They are growing. And we have the tapper shack here to collect all of the pine resin, and then eventually turn that into treated planks. So let's go ahead and give them a warehouse right here, very conveniently for the pine resin. it's going to be probably the end of this cycle before we have any pine resin, because most of these trees are not even halfway grown yet. And then it'll be another 7 days before we get any resin. And then, of course, we'll have to use the wood workshop to make the treated planks. We're very far behind for all of that. Would a Silly Billy the Second fit as a name? Yes. And that is what I ended up naming him. I guess you're still behind from catching up. But yes, that is where we are. And, of course, when we get to the end of Cycle 18, we'll have our dice roll come back again. I will have to find that website again when we get to that point to roll the die. Or I could just, get out my actual dice. But I think it's more fun to show it on stream. I don't feel like setting up my camera. But in terms of prioritization for today, I think definitely number one needs to be this. Fortunately, that is automated. We won't have to check in on that. That's just going to end up being built whenever they have time. Secondarily, now that all of this is pretty much taken care of, I think our underground ruins should become one of the higher priorities. But we also have, actually we have 50 free beds. Is that because we built a bunch more? Oh yeah, we did. We built these things, large row houses over here. So we're actually in a pretty good spot for everything else. Devilish Fun, congratulations on being the very first 1 month beard booster to complete a full month. So I guess now you're in your second month. You get the, I guess it's light blue. I need to have custom things made for that. That's just a default YouTube thing. We love Silly Billy. Yes, we do. I think there's a couple other ones that are going to become, I guess, in their second month beard boosters sometime next week. We have a couple that are at 29 days, a couple that are at 28 days. But yes, thank you as always for all of the support. And hopefully we can get a lot done today in the name of Silly Billy and Silly Billy the Second. We can actually follow these guys around and see what they're up to. Where does Silly Billy work? I know we spent yesterday in the City Skylines live stream. He works at the Builder's Hut. Well, turbo speed, first of all. Silly Billy the Second works at the oil press. So he's just chilling because he doesn't have any oil to press. He's just sitting on his tail. Well, that's not very interesting to watch. And for the moment, welcome, welcome. Glad you could be here. Of course, it'll all be archived if you can't, or if you have to dip out later. So we need to address this because all of the fun over here is starting to leak out the side of the map, and we can't have that. We have to have all of the water in here all the time. So sometime eventually we're going to want this to be properly dealt with. So I think what we're going to end up doing is unplanting some of these trees and having a whole thing connect this side to this side and then spill over this way. We need the other outlets for this. But I figured we'd just go ahead and set this up so they could harvest some of those trees. And we'll worry about that when the time comes. If you have the logs and enough builders, change a few levees at the top of the end wall to a bridge, and the beavers will then build all levees under it simultaneously. Yes, that probably would be a smart idea. We do have 460 logs, more or less. So let's actually do that. We have the technology. This is kind of irritating to go back and do this because of the fact that it unhighlights everything. But this would end up being quite a bit faster. Now, I think we have... Okay, the 4x is where it starts turning into a metal thing. So I think what we'll have to do... No, I had this right. It's the little levee here. And then the 3x on the end. That is what we wanted. So we can actually turn... We'll just prioritize all of these. It sounds like a plan to do that. And then I believe... I wonder why that one is not being a problem so far. Well, if we get all of this done, then they can just go into the middle, and that'll be nice and fast. Because the faster we get this set up, the faster we can drain it, which is definitely something we want to be doing. It'd be nice to be able to pin a window that follows a certain beaver like we can do in Roller Coaster Tycoon. Yes, with employees or visitors. And I do want to do streams on that at some point. But I got a lot of games to get through first, a lot of playthroughs. Maybe that's something once we quote-unquote finish our Ostrov playthrough, that could be a fun thing to do. I always loved that game. So we'll see if these guys will come in and take care of this. I think I might have to reprioritize these, I suppose. Now that we have all of our mission critical stuff more or less taken care of. We'll see if these guys can take care of all that. Because food supply is looking great. Water supply is, well, it's fine. It could be a little better. But it will get a whole lot better once we start sucking all the water out of this thing. Because there's tons of it. That'll be very nice. Now, how are we looking over here for building? It's about exactly the same. As the water levels start to increase, this will threaten the tree farm, which is why I want this to be built sooner rather than later. It's just going to take them a pretty good amount of time to get at most of that, because we don't have enough beavers. So we have 4 beavers that are not working, 4 vacancies rather, and we're just waiting for more beavers to be created. We also can't make the bots yet because we don't have the infrastructure to support them. So I think given the amount of berries and water we have, I think we can support a couple more of these breeding pods, and that was one of the things we're going to get into next time around. So let's put another one in. I don't think we need to go too crazy, but I do think putting in 2 more would probably be pretty safe. Also, we can increase the quality of life and they'll live longer, and then it won't be as much of a problem. You can build 1 past the end of the bridge, including diagonally. Okay, well, that's good to know. Let's build this first, those 2 first. Now we have, says we have unemployed beavers. So what district are they in? They really shouldn't be any unemployed. Oh, that's right. I have another district over here that I haven't really done anything with, don't I? Or am I just out of my mind? Because where are my unemployed beavers? Okay, that's District 2, which is the main district. Now there's 3 unemployed beavers. Am I just dumb? That has to be what it is. Because I don't have any unemployed beavers here. Alright. Where are you? District 2, the forest, global view. Am I just dumb? Like, why can I not find... Also, why is there no water flowing out of this? Why is this suddenly not moving? Stranded where? Oh, silly billies. Once again. Once again. Alright, well, you're older, so you get Silly Billy the Third. Not Silky Billy. Silly Billy the Third. And then you can become Silly Billy the Fourth. There you go. Now we got a whole dynasty of Silly Billies. These idiots. Constantly getting stuck. So I guess we have to make that prioritized. I guess we have to deprioritize all of the... I knew they shouldn't have done this. Deprioritize all of the shafts so they can't ever get stuck again. What a shame. Hopefully these guys can escape. Alright, now's your chance. Get out of here. Hello? Hello? There you go. Feeling much better, Jack. Thank you. Welcome. A silly district. Oh, like a shaming place where I send the beavers that are idiots? Might actually not be a bad idea. We gotta get there first, though. Alright, let's make sure we start putting a path down so we can't accidentally replant trees. But yeah, what I'm trying to do here is creating a kind of a trench to irrigate all of this and then also dump water out from the side of this. So I think we can just go ahead and have that planted like so. I haven't decided where I want that to dump out yet. Probably would make the most sense kind of in the middle here. This has this little kind of spillway thing right there, so if we did that, might not be a bad place for it. Bring up the shaving wheel. I might have to get that mod when all of the mods work. A lot of them do, actually. So we're probably not that far off from having mod playthrough start, but we're not quite there yet. They have started making progress on this, which is fantastic to see. Well, this side, not quite as fast. How many builders do we actually have in this district? I think we got the 4 there, we got the 4 there. We have, oh, we have 16 builders, really? Well, then they should have no problem taking care of all this. It's just kind of far for them to travel with all that logs, all the wood and everything. So they're going to take their sweet time doing that. How are we doing over here? Okay, we've actually made progress. That's good. Because this is only going to get taller as we start increasing everything else. We do still have explosives. There's a good chance we're going to need to widen this as things keep on going by. We do have the ability to lower these floodgates down to 0.5 and then again to 0, like this one is on the end. So the capacity shouldn't be a problem for a while, but it's still something we need to be concerned about. Put safety rails on everything. Do we even have the option to do something like that in this game? I don't think we do. So why is the water not wanting to come through here? I think that was something we were going to address last time and ran out of time. We were going to put in levees here to try and redirect the water out that way. So why don't we actually start doing that? We'll put in a couple of these here and see exactly what it is our little trench can handle. Does the train work an update 4? Not quite yet. There's a development build that is allegedly mostly usable, but there's still some tweaks they want to make before they fully release it. But it is a work in progress, and it might be soon, might not be. It's just going to kind of depend on when the developer has time for that. But I am very much looking forward to it. Let's see, is that going to get any water moving in here? I thought this guy was going to finish that, but he just ran away at 42%. Come on now. We don't have all day to sit here. Alright, so that is just going to make it go faster down there. Okay, it is increasing flow here somewhat. But we do want this to be substantially faster so we can generate plenty of power. And now all of this is connected. We have a power network supplying, well, now almost 500 out of the 950 required horsepower. It keeps going up, and it's going to keep going up. Good. That is nice to see, although we do still need quite a bit more power. I think if we play our cards right, we can get these to make probably about 60 horsepower apiece, which isn't quite enough, but does help. We'll just have to figure out a way to get a little bit more out of it, which I don't think is unreasonable. It's just going to depend on what we're able to get done. Now, how's progress looking over here? Still not okay, well, that's something. That's progress. Now, one thing we do have access to, I can't research yet. The deep mechanical water pump takes 700 horsepower. We could pretty easily put one of these in here and then hook up an engine to it so it runs at about half speed. Is there space for a temple? I'm sure there is somewhere. We've just been kind of monopolizing most of the growable space up here. I think, does the temple have to be built on the ground? Yes, it does have to be built on the ground, so we would have to clear space for it. We have our coffee right here. Kind of need that We have a lot of cassava. We have 684. We probably could get away with getting rid of some of these for a temple. And that is is that a 5x5 building? Looks like it is. Which I can't show you because there's stuff in the way. I don't want to get rid of the berries. Don't want to get rid of the trees. So yeah, that probably is about the only spot we could put one. So if we were to unplant some of this, it would probably end up being either right there or right here. Or realistically, it should probably be these 5 for the sake of efficiency. So we'll just do that. Build a ground after you get bots. Yeah, that is an option we have. That is way, way far off, though. That is very much not something we can get to, probably even today at all. So we can put a temple there. And we also probably need to have a number cruncher, but we don't have the power for that quite yet. Now, if we're able to put in some water wheels here, that'll be a very, very good way to generate a ton of power very quickly. We got these guys right here making 628 apiece, which is very nice because they're actually generating more than, I guess, almost 4 times what they're using. But we're going to keep expanding this area out. Actually, do I have the resources to research 1500? Yes. Hold on, before I unlock that. Okay, 25 metal. I think we can... Yeah, we can do this. Let's just go ahead and put in a number cruncher over here. Since we're not... Nope, nope, wrong one. Since we're not currently doing anything here, we can at least make use of the space. Since we have so much extra power. Dartica's, hi, I finally made it to live stream. Welcome. Glad to have you here. We're just having fun fumbling around with impossible Timberborn challenges here. Yeah, this is theoretically making rated horsepower, but we want it to make a lot more. So why is this not being built yet? That should help us get a little bit more power out of those guys. Alright, somebody come do this. We're all thirsty, we're all hungry. Why are you all thirsty and hungry? There's plenty of water. Don't need to be worried about that. Progress is continuing nicely there. Alright. Is this even within range of the, Yes, it is. We just need them to come get some of these trees out of here. And then we can have this whole thing exploded. So we stop losing water off the side of the map. We have to be punished to the maximum possible extent. That should help that out considerably. This is looking good here. How are we, Okay, good. We're making progress. We don't have metal blocks in this district. No, we do. No, we don't. Why is it like this? So I guess we have to have a... No, it's not a warehouse. It has to be a pile. We need one for metal blocks. Which I suppose we could just kind of stick in here. Why not? Oh yeah, we could put in shrines. I think somebody actually suggested that last time and we just never did it. I just have to find a spot. Okay, here's a decent place for one. Just spread them around a little bit. Underneath here would probably be a good spot as well. If I could actually get it to go in. Maybe it doesn't let me put shrines underneath stuff anymore. That might be a new thing. Yeah, it doesn't seem to want to let me do that. Anywhere at all I can put one of these. It doesn't seem like it wants to play nice. Because we already have that one there. Yeah, we'll try one in that spot, and then if I can find... Okay, no, this district probably isn't the worst, but probably should put one closer to everything over here, right? Oh, it's probably actually a perfect spot for it. Cap that off nicely. Beaver copters, huh? We're not quite there yet. So this should be done, hopefully, before too long. Got our builders just kind of sitting there doing nothing. No, why are you sitting here doing nothing when there's stuff to be building? There's plenty to be done, and you're just sitting down, huh? For shame. Well, that'll be done soon enough. This is almost ready for us to actually convert it into the sideways thing here. So we can take this suspension bridge out. Mark Greenway, welcome to the Beard Boosters. Thanks very much. Glad to have you on board. Hopefully you're having a fantastic Monday. Maybe putting some medical beds in the Memorial Forest. That would require us to have a healer to supply with medicine, which we don't currently have the personnel for. We will get there soon. But for right now, we're not quite ready. No, I don't think I want to put in a bridge going this way, because I have to have a spot for them to stick on, so by the time it gets to that, they're going to be almost done anyway. So I think we can leave that alone for right now. And instead just have them come in from both sides to build everything. But the bridges did substantially increase the construction speed of these last 3 segments, so thank you very much for that. Alright, is our number cruncher up and running? It is not, because we're waiting on gears. Who'da thunk it? Well, we'll just have to wait. Just have to wait and see. So let's take a moment here and think about how we want to put in our other power from these water wheels we're going to be sticking in. I think we can put in maybe 4 side by side if I do the stuff right. I might have to put in another kind of trench just for the power here. But if we have that like that, that one like that. Okay, yeah, it's only going to fit 3, unfortunately. Unless we made it one segment wider. So if I were to put this in maybe this segment right here, I would have to have this actually come down. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. So if we start demolishing this one, I think they can still reach this diagonally. We'll see. Should be able to. Yep, look at them go. So we could blast that all the way down, then they can... Well, they should be able to build there, and then we can have our power come up that way. I do miss my vertical power shafts. That will be a mod I am very glad to see again when it actually is working. So this still goes all the way down to the ground here. That's good. We'll need to be able to access that in a second here. Alright, so one more should do it. Get these guys in here, demolishing all of our ground. Bats work without healers, just not as good. Right you are. How many injured beavers do we even have in this district? I don't think we have any. But you are correct. We probably should have some in there. So just for right now, we'll stick one in there just in case. Make the water wheels in a 2x4 grid. Yeah, I can stack them. I can have one here and then another one. I think I should be able to fit another one back here. That is something I would like to do. And eventually I do think we're going to have this strip blasted out as well, which would give us enough room to have 4 wide. Alright, let's see. Is this going to get us what we want? If I put that there, that is exactly what we want. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. So then this can come in like that. We'll have all that connected down there. Alright, so they're going to take their sweet time. I'm still not done with this one because of all the gears, but that is is coming, so that's going to be nice. They can build to the sides of the bridges, so you could build bridges in front of the end piece. I could, but I keep in mind the bridges have to have something to stand on, and they take up an entire block for the anchor point. So I would still have to build something off to the side, and I can't build anything on top of this. So it would kind of be pointless. Right now, this is most likely going to be fine. Making good progress there. Making good progress here. And once this number cruncher is in place, then I think we can take beavers off of the inventor huts. Well, they're already at the lowest possible priority. So maybe we don't need to worry about that. House is a vertical power shaft. Yes, that would work. However, keep in mind that this is so far down that it's going to become a little bit of a problem if we were to build houses down here, because this water level is going to go up and down slightly, and I don't want to flood the houses. That would be kind of useless. And it's not like the folktales where they have the lodges that are 2 blocks tall where the entrance is on the 2nd level. That would actually be very useful for this. But if we have this just gradually kind of come up here, it'll end up being fine. Still need 32 gears, huh? I'm just impatient. I want all this to be done immediately, because I want to see how much power we can get out of these things. So I know it's going to be some sort of crazy amount. So if we have that there, we want our other one to sit right here, which means we need to put in a block for it to stand on right here. So if we come into our levees, I think it just has to be, maybe it does have to be 2. Yeah. Has to be 2 segments tall. House is a power shaft, not a living space. Yes, but we'll still see the flooded building notification, and that's very annoying. So, yes, while you are correct, that is probably the better option. I despise seeing those notifications. And so I make things willingly harder for myself, because I guess that's just how I work. Oh, that's what I'm talking about. Look at this. 121 horsepower. That is fantastic. So this whole network is making almost 2,000. And the demand is only 1,100. You love to see it. Alright, so these are now well into the process of generating the pine resin, which our friend here in the Tapper Shack, Silly Billy the Fourth, is actually our Tapper Shack operator. Silly Billy the Fourth will be able to harvest the pine resin, stick it in here, and then Silly Billy the Third, what are the odds? Silly Billy the Third can start making our treated planks for us. I love how this is coming together. That is hilarious. And how much power is this making? 960. Oh, this is too much power. Too much power. This is dangerous. Oh, this is terrifying. Will those silly billies be useful? Ain't they too silly for it? Well, we will trust them. We'll give them a chance. Yeah, none of these are ready for harvest yet. Okay, so we will need to long term have that set up that way as well. I think best for us to do, yeah, bring these guys up here for building purposes. And then I think if we have our 2 things in the middle right there, we can kind of split the flow out either side. Yeah, this is going to kind of wreak havoc on our area over here, but eventually should be. Look how fast the water's going. This is bonkers. Oh no. We got to be really careful not to flood our mangroves or our farm over here. Look how close this is. This is actually kind of concerning. Now, why haven't we harvested this tree yet? Are these guys, are they too busy to care? Is that what's going on? Can they not reach this? They should be able to. Maybe they're just busy. So I think what we're going to have to do is lower another one of these down slightly to have a little bit more of a fighting chance on these water wheels. Place the wheels on platforms. I could. But remember, we want to redirect the water flow through the wheels, so the levees actually do that. And we might actually end up building this out a little bit further this way to make sure that it actually all goes through the wheel. Because theoretically, this could generate incalculable amounts of power once the water sources end up being in full speed. Need to drop all of them? No, I don't. That's the perfect height. That is right below the axis. And it goes all the way down to the ground. That is about as much as you can ever hope to get through one of these. Did you set the pine trees to be cut? No, I did not. They are fine. They're perfect, good to go. We're just waiting another day or two in game to get the resin. Alright, now we just need planks. Number cruncher still isn't finished because we're waiting on gears. I guess everyone got so excited about the power wheels they didn't want to worry about anything else. Now, is this the correct height? I think it is. Yeah, so let's put that in there. We'll just have this gradually tier its way up here. Maples. We don't have maples here. That's a Folktales exclusive now. Oh, you're talking about the oak trees. Well, I sure hope I set those to be cut. Oh my god. Alright, you win. You win. The oak trees were not set to be cut. That is 100% my fault. Alright, yeah, so they're going to go ahead and get those taken care of. Yep, I got you. Mostly blocking 2 labels that will start to flood the island shortly. No, because we're going to increase the amount of water that's coming out. It should not become a problem because we have our built-in kind of insurance here. I can set that down another half. Right now I'll just open that up all the way. And then we have 7 more that can be let down an entire full block. And we have dynamite that is ready to start excavating another layer for us. Did you reassign your farm plots? What do you mean? I thought we had already taken care of that. Because these are all cassava, this is all soybean. And then over here we have corn, we have eggplant, we have our canola. So that should all be fine. We've got these guys in the hydroponic gardens working. We got some unemployed beavers, though. Got 9 of them, so we can send a few more over here to the Donador Memorial Forest. Why do I have 48? I shouldn't have that many. Let's see. I should have ability to house 12 more beavers. Okay, let's go up to... Just for now, let's go up to 60 beavers. I think we can fill all of those jobs. Yeah, so this is going to require... Well, it already has 4 full. Oh my god, look at this. 1,565 horsepower. This one's only 1,100 for some reason. We are going to have some fun with these wheels, let me tell you. Let me tell you. Still protrusions from the canyon wall in front of the outflow. Those still slow the water and hold it back. Oh, you talking about this right here? I guess we could get rid of these. We are going to have to figure out some other way to get people over here, though. People, beavers, etc. It's a process. We are going to need to also make sure we're making more explosives. I don't know if we have those turned off or not. Yeah, we definitely did. Well, we don't need more dynamite at this exact moment. But we will probably soon. If you blow those up, you should also replace the builder's hut. Yes, we will. When we get there. Actually, we might as well just go ahead and do it now. Yeah, just go ahead and do that. Yes, we get rid of these, well, I guess 5, once we have this fully replaced. But I can't get rid of this until we have some other way for them to get around. So I'm going to have to build an entire new staircase, aren't I? Boy, that's a drag. That's going to take forever. Well, regardless, we're making tons of power. Tons of power that should be pretty easy for us to make use of. And I do want to kind of tie everything together around the perimeter of the map. That is why I started doing these trenches. Fill them with power shafts or something to that effect. Bridge across. I could, but don't forget I'm trying to get rid of this entire section too. So I would have to rebuild all of this. Yeah. Yeah, that's what we'll do. Actually, no, that would be fine. That would be fine like this. So we just have that come up to there. As soon as that's done, we'll just take this out. Then we can take this out, and this out, and this out, and all of this. And then we can bridge across. But that requires a lot of metal that well, I guess we do have it. It's just a whole thing. There's a lot of, I guess, kind of unnecessary engineering we'd have to go through. No other reason than to just be silly. I think those line up. Yep, there we go. Super long suspension bridge. Yeah, it's going to end up being pretty lengthy. I think they can still build this. They should be able to. We're not flooding anything yet, right? We're going to have to be very careful. As soon as the next cycle comes in, this is going to be a whole lot more water coming through here. And we're going to have to probably open these floodgates a lot more. Place a one-length bridge by the edge side you're blowing up. Make one stack of platforms. Then rotate the top stairs 90 degrees. I'll probably need a picture to understand that, unfortunately. Alright, that's ready to go. I think now, as soon as these guys are out of here, I'm going to have to turn this into stairs. Which also means this has to be demolished and replaced. I'll just go ahead and move that out of the way there in case we have to do this again. Oh, a super long suspension bridge in front of the dynamite storage. That's not going to matter because we have access to the entire side here, so they can do it all at once. Hey, Kurt, welcome. We are chillin'. I hope they can get into this with this being here. I guess I'll just go ahead and get rid of that too. So what we're doing now is we're adding power to our water outflow. A very slow and laborious process. Correcting flow issues. And getting a whole bunch of power. No, come on. This wheel is producing over 1,000 horsepower, and this one is producing over 1,500. Bridge over the top of the floodgates. Maybe. That is a longer distance, though. I was going to try and do, once this is all in place, I was going to try and do probably right here. Or maybe right here, because that's actually about the correct distance. I don't have the science to research the things we're going to need. They'd have to be, I think, 5 long bridges. Okay, well, 1600 I do. If I put that there, this actually would be the perfect spot. But it hasn't been destroyed yet, so we will do we'll do that right there. I need to pause this or they're going to waste all of our resources on it. Dynamite. There we go. Alright, so now they can actually get back to this in earnest. Planks. I really don't have plank storage? Seriously? I thought I did. Okay, well, we're going to have to fix that because we don't have any reason not to have plank storage. All right, let's get this out of the way. There we go. That's the sound I like to hear. So I guess we do need to have planks to look at these. Look how fast they can do this, because they can access the entire side. That is fantastic. Now let's think about putting in storage for planks. We're going to have something. They do have to go in the industrial piles, which are a little bit annoying to work with. I think for right now, I think we can go ahead and just place that there, since we're going to have a path come through here anyway. Isn't the plank storage on top of the levee near the bridge? No. This is log storage. Oh, look how close this is to being done. That's exciting. The limit is whether I continue from here or roll back 45 minutes. Well, you can watch it on 2 times speed. It'll always be there if you want to see what else has been going on. But it is good to see you here. New cycle soon. You are correct. We have, at minimum, 1 more full day. And I think we can go ahead and start building our deep mechanical water pump. Oh, we don't have enough science, so we are going to have to wait. But we can build a regular deep water pump. We just have to have space for them to start sucking water out. Started to save 100 days drought. Pretty brutal. Yeah, I bet it is. That sounds nightmarish. Oh, things are escalating that quickly over there, huh? Well, let's certainly hope that doesn't happen. Because you are quite close to all of that. Suggestion, put in the floodgates before water can exit where they go. That probably would have been smart. I think it's a little late for that now. Look how fast this goes. That is very, very useful. Oh, well, look how many planks are going in here. I guess we needed those after all. Yeah, so what we'll have to do now, I think... Did we pick up all the stuff off of the ground? Yeah, let's get this out of here. And then we can start building the 3rd wheel. Yes. Harvesting power from the exit water. That was the plan all along, and now it is actually coming to fruition, which is very exciting. And we're cleaning up our exit path for the water here as well. Probably should have gotten rid of most of this as well, but that's fine. Once the bridge is done, we will get rid of this enormous, crazy staircase. And get rid of that that's sticking out as well. I don't know that we're going to have to significantly widen the water exit any more than this, or possibly one more. At least I would very much hope not. Because we do still have a pretty good amount of capacity here with these being set to 1 block high instead of all the way down. Having another entire thing should give us substantial additional capacity. So we'll just keep on doing what we got to do. Alright, so this is done. Very exciting. Now we can come in here with our platforms and start sucking some water out. So I think what we'll want to do, if I have this in here correctly, this is when I wish I could have this set up a little bit better. But that should suffice. We don't have the research ability to do the deep mechanical pumps, but we do have these. So we can have them at least start pumping water for drinking out of this. It'll take a long time, but it will eventually have some sort of progress get made. Can the power shaft go on the bridge? No, power shafts cannot go on bridges. They have to be on their own platforms. But what we're doing here is this is going to be, these water wheels are going to be connected all the way across here, which means that we're going to have power on this side and on this side that we can then just extend as necessary. Can you platform over the water wheel hub, put bridges on the wheels? Doesn't seem like I can build anything over the hubs, no. We have pine resin and we have yetu over here making treated planks. We don't have any storage for that either, so let's... I think, yeah, those have to go in that kind of a thing. Let's put in some storage for them. Just for right now, I don't want to block myself in too much. But I'm going to have to put in something here. I guess what we can do... do I want to mess with that? I don't think I do. Blast this out, put in another high power shaft, and that should allow us to just go all the way up here and then connect to some more buildings. Alright, let's blow this up. Should expedite water going out of that way. And that should allow a lot more water to escape now as well. And once we get that out of here, then that should help even more. Alright, so we might get a new cycle when the sun comes up. We'll see. For right now, let's get another power shaft put in here, and then we can have this come up like that. I don't know if they're going to be able to access this one. I guess they can. It doesn't say that I can't get to it yet. So then that will get us all the way up here to put in some more processing facilities. So the last row go... Should the last row go on the exit floodgates be one lower? Are you talking about like just excavating down another level? That might be smart. Now this is completely... See, look how fast that water's going down. So if we did this one more level down, that would give us emergency release power, so I guess that's probably not a bad idea. Because I do have, in vanilla, I do still have the triple floodgate that we can put in. Can you add a temple during the drought? There is no drought. As soon as this cassava gets harvested, we'll put temples here. What, did they already put all those in? That was quick. Alright, now this is going to cause a lot of water to come out. So we're going to raise this. It shouldn't end up flooding anything. Then we're going to build ourselves a triple floodgate. Right here. And then that should put us in a pretty good spot for an emergency outflow should we ever need it. And all of the beavers can come in and put all of this stuff in place. That should be done pretty fast here. Alright, so we can get rid of these stairs and this platform. Come gather all of those remnants and then put in a third wheel. Did they get all the little bits? Wow. Wow. Yeah, not reading that one out loud. Alright, is this going to be cycle 19 is the question. Or is it going to be day 24? Day 24. Alright, well that's exciting. That means we got more time to play with stuff before we have to address all the other nonsense happening. Oh boy, okay, so that's gonna cause a surge flood over here, isn't it? No? Okay. Have you heard if the Metal Bridges mod works in Update 4? I think that's part of Path Extension, which I believe is working in Update 4. I'm not entirely sure, though. I believe the same mod creator for that one is the one who does the choo-choo. So what we're doing here is I'm blasting this down so we can have this other water wheel get its companion as well. And the water wheel that's going to be on this side is going to maybe be a little bit less effective because there's this space underneath it, but we're already making so much power with these. It's really not going to be a problem at all. Okay, they can't reach this one, really. I figured they probably could. Oh, that's too bad. So I guess I'm going to have to put in a temporary stairs here for no reason other than to build the high power shaft. Now, how are we doing on this? We have 10 treated planks because that's all the storage we have because I haven't built the storage yet because I was trying to put something else somewhere else and failed, which is unfortunate. So let's unpause that and put in the other one on the other side here. And then once that's done, we can get rid of all these stairs. That would be helpful. How much is this making? 1,665, that's what I'm talking about. That is a lot of power. Alright, now let's be vigilant here. Are we going to get cycle 19? Are we going to get day 25? Day 25! Do number crunchers work submerged? That's a very good question. I have not tried that. I don't know that they would. Yes, this is a long bridge. 10 tiles long. That ended up looking a whole lot better than all these stairs anyway. Well, I think so at least. How much? Are we still making a ton of power over here? Yes, 121. I think I saw MP3 Zilla make him underwater in his playthroughs. Yes, number... Okay. Well, They also would block water flow if I put them right here, which would be a problem. But there's probably a couple spots we could make that work if we wanted to be adventurous. Even though your RCEs could use a bridge review. Unfortunately, the whole bridge review thing is definitely not in my wheelhouse. It's a bridge. It is a 10 tile span cable stayed suspension bridge with a plank decking. I don't know anything else about bridges. And it's also not complete, so there you go. Yeah, the number crunchers would block the water flow slightly, which would impede the progress through our wheels, which is not something we want. Casual reminder to drink water. Oh, so now we're just waiting for the metal blocks, huh? Okay. Well, I can live with that. I'll just keep on blasting this down. Oh, give it a blank out of 10. Well, considering it's not finished yet, it's going to have to be a 0 currently. But once it is done, I think it'll be a very nice, solid 8 out of 10. It would be better if it had trains going across it, but we don't have trains. A 7.4 silly Billy out of 10. Picture view. 10 tiles, 10 out of 10. Oh, is this like that dog spotting Facebook group? Where people just post pictures of some random dog. It's like blah, 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 blah. 18 out of 10 points. Like, okay, great. You've destroyed the scientific accuracy of the rating scale. Congratulations. All right. Do you have broken teeth? Yes, you do. Do we have a tooth grinder anywhere in here? I don't think we do. So I guess we can build one. 5 out of 7 bridge with rice. Man, remember when Reddit used to be good? Not just terrible. Can you platform the anchor points? No. These right here are not platformable. It's not letting me drag across at all. I don't want that. Alright. That should let us put in our 4th and final water wheel. So we actually don't need to have this connect to any power over here unless we wanted to connect everything up completely. Probably would not be a bad idea, all things considered. But we would also have to dig a trench over here. How's it going? Just tuned in. Going very well. Currently awaiting the start of cycle 19. We put in some of these large water wheels here. We're building a 4th one, so all of the water leaving the map is going to be doing work for us. That's going to be very nice. We've got pine resin coming out of our pine resin harvesting area, which means we have the treated planks that we need to start making coffee. I think the coffee brewery is actually finished and working. Yes, it is. And we are making coffee. And we have several tanks full of coffee. We can have some more if I can find somewhere to stick them. So why don't we actually go ahead and do that? Put in 1 for coffee here. And then, is this already coffee? No, it's water. Just doesn't have anything in it. Could use some coffee over here. Is this supposed to be... Yep, that is coffee. Good. Saw a video of people on a rope bridge. A monkey came swinging at them. They ducked. The monkey just passed. That sounds terrifying. 10 tiles isn't automatically 10 points. How would that work with 2.6 tile... 2 6-tile bridges? 12 out of 10? Well, yeah, now that you mention it. Yeah, that's why I didn't give it a 10 out of 10. A nice solid 8 out of 10. 1, because it doesn't have the train. And 2, because it's just a pretty basic cable-stayed suspension bridge. $7.6 silly billies. The channel currency. Channel currency. Does YouTube even let you do channel currency names? I know Twitch does. Beaver bucks. I need a Twitch stream soon. It's been months. Oh, my poor people on Twitch from last year, 2 years ago, haven't seen me in forever. The pennies are called billies. Alright, we can adopt that if you like. Yeah, so the water level is going down in here. It's just going to probably be a while before it's completely empty. Like, you don't have to stay up late to watch me play games. That's never required. But I do appreciate you being here. Will you work on beaver happiness? It actually has increased. It was 16 at the start of the stream. And we are attempting to do some more of this kind of stuff. As soon as I can build the temple, that should help. But they have not harvested these cassava at all yet. And I don't know that they will because we are not using enough of it. The main goal that I wanted to have was to get this underground ruins up and running. Although considering I only probably have another 45 minutes or so before I've got to go eat dinner, we might not get to that. You were just falling asleep and got the Discord notification? Yep. Yep, because I decided to start a stream at 8 p.m. my time. Yeah, we just got to get this removed. I wanted to put in the mechanical water pumps, but I didn't have the science to research them. Because I figured 5,000 science for the water pumps is not more important than the 4,000 science for the mine itself. So we'll get there when we have that. The bridge is still better built than half the bridges in my province. They are falling apart. Yeah, tell me about it. In the U.S., it's not any better. A lot of our infrastructure is built in the 1950s and 1960s and has received absolutely no funding because the government likes to, you know, not spend money on things that are important. Just throw it at corporations and bombs and stuff. So we have quite literally almost every single year some major bridge or infrastructure, something collapses and people die. So, I don't know. They're supposed to be addressing some of that, but I will believe it when I see it. Alright, so now that the bridge is complete, we can start getting rid of all of this. And have people, oh, it's not complete. This side isn't done. It just needs one metal block, though, so that's fine. So let's prioritize that last metal block. Bridge and road repairs is one of the reasons for our high taxes. Yes, I would love if my taxes went to pay for infrastructure. That would be very nice. So we're just going to gradually demolish this, get our rubble, then start dynamiting this whole thing down. Almost jumped the gun. Almost. But we're good now. The one downside is now these are a couple tiles further away by having to cross over this way and go up that way, but it's not the worst thing ever. Oh no, I think I know where this bridge is going. We're still... Okay, there's cycle 19. Alright, we caught it at the very beginning, no penalty rolling. So what we're going to have to do is I'm going to have to tab out of Timberborn, and I'm going to have to open up that window again. Oh, no. All right, no, I got to read this. Got to read this out loud for everybody. All right, so Kurt says, we had a funny situation with one of our newer bridges. The Chinese built it, but they made the plaque, or however you call it, that... No, the plaque is probably what you'd call it. They said something like, for eternal friendship, this bridge, blah, blah, blah. But for some reason, the Chinese built it in the exact same style as the way we make our tombstones. Oh, that's so unfortunate. That's bad. That does not inspire confidence if the bridge is tombstone shaped. Oh boy. Thanks very much, Devilish Fun, for the $1.99. I appreciate it. Let's get... I don't want the... Come on, give me this other window here. All right. Just bear with me here while I pull up the dice roller. All right. Rolladie.net. 2 dice, 6-sided. Roll 1 time. Hide the banner ads that show where I live, so I don't get doxxed on stream. That would be absolutely terrible. Okay, so I think I'm good to go now. Let's show the window. I think that should still work. All right. Good. You can see the die. It says 2 dice, 6-sided. Let's roll 1 time. Okay. All right. So that is a 10, which means we're increasing all of our source blocks by 1 strength, 1 entire strength. So let's hide that. Hide that and go back in here. All right. That's going to be rough. So these are all going to become 8.5, which means we now have to change the max source strength from 8. I'm just going to make it... Can I really not go higher than 8? Is my number pad broken? There we go. Not 200, my god. Let's just go to 100. All right. 8.5. Oh, good. That 100 carries around for all of them. All right. 8.5. 8.5. So those 3 are done. I'm already starting to become afraid for where this is going to go now. That's fine. That's how we learn. By doing things that are very difficult until we figure out solutions. Alright, these 2... Nope. Oh, can I not get at these anymore because I have the thing in the way? Alright, now we gotta zoom way in. Alright. That's not creepy at all. 8.5 there. 8.5 there. And then I think that's all of them. I don't have any over here. Did I get the one in the corner? I think I did, but let's just check again and make sure. I have a very short-term memory, apparently. Yes, okay. So that's good. So now we should see... Oh, yep, we're starting to flood over here. That should go away. Hopefully. Okay. Alright, so that's not going to go away. Let's see, how are we... Okay, well this could definitely be worse. That's looking okay. This we still have to fix. That's looking fine. Alright, so I think the increase in flow is going to necessitate us removing that levee to try and drain all the extra water. Because these soybeans will definitely die at the earliest possible opportunity. All right, so that works. I think that works fine now. Those are still generating power, not flooding on this end. That seems to be a-okay. All right, cool. So we survived somehow. That looks good. Don't mean to dox you. Remember, you live in Georgia. Have you heard any talks about a hockey team? Yes. Yeah, so no, doxing me by repeating things that I have volunteered is not doxing. That's fine. But yeah, supposedly on the north side of Atlanta, there's a arena being built that could be bringing back an NHL team. I wouldn't call it an Atlanta NHL team because at that point it would probably be about 45 minutes or an hour away from downtown. For those of you who don't know, Atlanta used to have an NHL team called the Thrashers that moved to Winnipeg and became the Winnipeg Jets. A number of years ago. All right, this is flooding? No? Okay, cool. And ever since then, people have been trying to bring hockey back, and they've been saying, oh, Atlanta can support hockey, Atlanta can support hockey. And there's been minor league stuff. There's been a couple of other different things going on, but the NHL has never been interested. So we'll see what happens. That part of Atlanta is very wealthy and probably could support some sort of a hockey team just without factoring in anyone who's in the city or south of the city or anything. But I will believe it when I see it. I don't know why they didn't get another expansion team after the NHL took the Thrashers to Winnipeg, but as far as I know, they had pretty good attendance. People were behind the team, just for whatever reason didn't work. Are these dying? Yes, they're flooded. Okay, so let's go ahead and lower our stuff a little bit. Set these ones on the outside down to 0.5. That should get us a little bit more water coming out. It should allow us to be okay. We might have to do some more. So we don't want the mangrove trees to die. Even though they're going to take 17 days to do so. I think... Yeah, I'll tell you what. Let's get these synced back up. Then we'll just lower all of this to 0.5. That should help. Please do not mail me frog stickers. How does a team move? All the players move, or the management, or what? Okay, so what happens in sports leagues in the U.S. are very often franchises of the master organization, right? Like the NHL, National Hockey League, is the governing body that sets the rules and administrates events and hires officials and everything. So if you have an NHL franchise, that means you've paid the National Hockey League for the rights to use the National Hockey League assets and compete in the league, and you're supposed to fund the team yourself, which is why it's always some company or some really wealthy dude will buy the team or start a team or whatever. And so what ends up happening a lot of the time, and this has happened with baseball teams, most recently with the Braves, our Major League Baseball franchise, about 8 years ago, they threatened to leave the city unless they got a new stadium. And the city said, we're not going to pay for it. So the Braves built their own stadium in a suburb about 20 miles northwest of the city, or of downtown. And now people were calling them the Cobb County Braves because that's the county that it's a wealthy suburb. And then all the people are like, oh, it's not the Atlanta Braves anymore. They're not in Atlanta. Like, oh, it's still technically in the metro, so whatever. But yeah, people tend to use sports teams as a bully pulpit for getting public money to build privately owned facilities. And the Falcons, our NFL team, did the same thing, and they got like $1 billion of public money to build their stadium, and that was a whole thing. But what's funny is the Braves actually already had public money pay for a stadium, because when Atlanta hosted the Olympics in 1996, they built a stadium for the Olympics that was designed to be turned into a Major League Baseball stadium after the Olympics were done. So that's what they did. Is they built the stadium for the Olympics that held, 80,000 people. They had all the running track and everything on the inside. And if you have seen any video or pictures from the Atlanta Olympics, you'll notice that the stadium was really weird shaped in one corner. It had kind of an elongated section of the track and all this extra grass space, because that's where the home plate of the baseball stadium was going to go. So as soon as the Olympics were done, they ripped out all the other stuff, tore down half the stadium, put a baseball field in, and then enclosed the open end to be a little smaller, and then that became the home of the Braves for about 20 years. And then they said, oh, we want a new stadium, and the city said no, and then they pulled up and they left. I don't think it's like that in other parts of the world, but in America, the professional sports teams are very, very often wealthy people siphoning public money for private interests, which is an entirely different can of worms that we may or may not want to go super deep into, because I think people have different opinions about that, but suffice to say, people were not happy with it. Don't forget to remove the pillar beneath the builder set. Yeah, that's what we're working on. I just got distracted talking about sports teams. Yeah, but to, I guess, completely answer your question, yes, the team is technically owned by a private party or a company or whatever, using the license of the brand of the league, and then an owner can just say, hey, we want to move the team. The league still has to approve it, but the owner is still going to have the ability to say, hey, we want to move the team, or we're going to move the team if you don't do demands X, Y, and Z, which is kind of what's happened with Las Vegas getting professional sports teams. From the city of Oakland in California, which is near San Francisco, they took the Raiders, which is an NFL team, and moved them to Vegas, built a brand new stadium there, and then they're also taking the Oakland baseball team, the Athletics, and moving them to Vegas too. And the people in Oakland are really mad because they were understandably upset about losing their team that they've had generations of fan support built behind. And they said, okay, well, if we've given you all the support all these years, this doesn't mean anything to you. You're just going to take it away from us. And the ownership basically doesn't care. And the teams are losing a whole bunch of games because they're not investing any money. They're going to wait until they go. And it's sad. Obviously, people who, I guess, own their own stuff can do whatever they want with it. But at the end of the day, people do care about this stuff, and it is sad to see people get affected by it, even if it is just a silly sports team. People get invested in things. Big question right now, is there no flooding on the other parts? There was, but it's gone down because we lowered our outlets right here. And we still have one more notch we can take down for the next cycle to see if that ends up being a problem. The Bears might do that. Yeah, I've seen they threatened, they wanted to, I don't know, it's been years since I've done any research on it, but I know that's how they got renovations to Soldier Field done in Chicago. And then, of course, the Rams in Los Angeles, who had moved to St. Louis and then moved back to L.A. because they didn't get what they wanted. And then they took the Chargers away from San Diego and this and that and the other. It's like, it's just greedy people all the way down. Have you seen how SoFi Stadium was funded? I've heard a whole bunch of stuff about that. And that was a whole mess. Water is now lower than last cycle. Yes. That's by design. It gives us a little bit of extra breathing room as we keep going around and doing the rest of this stuff. They still have not gotten rid of these cassava. I guess they don't need as much as I thought they did. We just have to make more beavers so they eat it. So let's see. Do I have enough science? Yes, I do have enough science to research the efficient mine. We can go ahead and put this in here, and they will start building it from the platforms above. And then we just have to have our pathways come up here. I'm not sure. Let's see, that's a six tile ascent, means it needs a 6 tile run. Would put us to be right about here, but I want to leave space at the foot of it. So I think that's going to be about right. But unfortunately, this deep water pump is kind of in the way here, which we can actually rebuild if we wanted to be not in the way, since the water level is down low enough. Did not remove the inventor huts. Correct. I saw that they were already set to the lowest possible priority, so I just figured I'd leave them so we'd have more science coming in. And as soon as we have other jobs that require beavers to actually go there, then they'd go away from the inventor huts because these are the lowest priority. 5 months from now, the water outflow gap will be 50 tiles wide, the best width for moving water or cars. Oh, yep, there it is. The requisite 50-lane roundabout reference. Might try and do another City Skyline stream tonight after I have dinner here. But I've got about another half hour we can try to get some more stuff done. So let's see if we can get this up and running. It would be really nice if we could do that. Treated planks. Oh no, I made a big mistake not having the treated planks be running this whole time. That is tragic. I need to have some sort of storage. Probably needs to be in here, honestly, because of how this is all set up. So let's get rid of this. And then let's turn this another 90 degrees. So we can get access to all of that. Keep pumping all of this out, which will get a little easier now that the water level is a little lower. And in here, we'll put in... I gotta put somewhere. The problem is I don't have any storage over here. Kind of an issue, but we can go ahead and start getting this set up. Oh, I made a mistake. I made a mistake here. No, that's too close. That has to be this. There we go. That has to go in like so, all the way down. There we go. Then that can become a storage. A very small storage for treated planks. Enough time for a temple? Yes, if they ever harvest this, which I'm not convinced they will. They seem kind of hell-bent on taking this stuff out. Is there even an kohlrabi here? No. Okay, cassava harvesting. Go. You two do this. Storage for dynamite and gears in the pit. Yes. Yes, we're going to have storage down here. Admittedly did not make this the best possible dimensions for stuff. But we will we'll do the best with what we can. Probably should have done this a little bit differently. Need to prioritize the pump for haulers. Oh, well, they also need to build it first, which would help if I actually made it accessible. What a concept, huh? What a mess I have made here. I should have made this like another 2 tiles wide. That would have solved a lot of problems. Alright. So now this whole thing is just a colossal disaster. I think we can, yeah, I didn't want to block space over here, but then I realized we just needed it, and I should have just shut up and built it. Because this guy's just sitting here doing nothing right now, wasting a golden opportunity. So we'll just put a couple of these small ones in here. Alright. Maybe start blasting the side of the dynamite storage in order to prepare for when you need it. That would not be a bad idea. I think we can pretty safely do that. Although I'm hoping it doesn't come to that. That would be unfortunate. Because then we would have to redo our bridges as well. Have to put in a 6 wide. You realize we'll be the visionaries of the stream tonight, the trailblazers that suggested the blimps that were sorely needed by the people. Yes, you want a statue? Is that what you want? A statue for the blimp evangelism squad? Probably destroy the cassava if they are too far from the farms to be harvested. Closer stuff will always be prioritized. That is why I made this farm into a harvest priority, but they're currently super full of the cassava. Are we not fermenting it? Cassava, soybeans. We're just not making enough. We're not fermenting enough cassava. Excuse me, had to sneeze. I think we probably need to have some more some more fermentation going on. We have 2,000 fermented cassava. Wow, that means we probably don't need to have nearly as much of that growing as we do. In Quebec, we found out that NHL Ready Arena Ufert to be used by the junior major team. I have a feeling it will no longer be NHL approved when if the Nordique comes back. Okay, so where did they go then? It would be kind of funny if that was the team that NHL took away to make the Atlanta team way back when. Well, not funny as in haha, but interesting. Yeah, the NHL is probably going to expand soon. NBA, I wish the NBA would expand and bring the Seattle Supersonics back. Because I cannot believe the only team in the Pacific Northwest is the Portland Trail Blazers. Also, the Seattle Supersonics is like the best mascot in all of sports history. Fight me on it. It's just a really cool design. And then Vancouver also had a team that moved to Memphis, the Grizzlies. Because Toronto has the Raptors, and I don't think there's any other teams in Canada anymore. Path not connected. How beavers get to new water pump. I'd thought it was... Oh. Yeah, it's not connected because the stairs haven't been going down to it. So I guess we need to prioritize those. Frog blimp statue. Yeah, not in this game. That doesn't exist. Beaver passenger trains. Yes, apparently that's in the works, actually, in the Choo Choo mod. I'm not sure when that's going to be ready, but we have been told that is something they're going to want to work on. Can you imagine a huge frog transporting beavers around? It could be wet and drip all... Okay, all right. Careful. Careful there. The best mascot in sports is clearly Gritty. Okay, you got me there. Gritty is an icon. All my Philadelphia friends absolutely love Gritty. Yeah, the NBA, I think, is at 30 teams now. Are they 30 or 32? But yeah, they definitely need another team of the Pacific Northwest. And it would be cool to have another Canadian team. But I'm not sure if they'd go to Vancouver first or back to Seattle. Two cities are close enough, I guess, to support a team. I don't know how often people would want to drive into or out of Canada to go watch basketball. Nordique are now Colorado Avalanches. Okay, Atlanta Flames became Calgary Flames and Thrashers became the Jets. Yep. Old Jets became the... What? This is complicated. Should instead change priority of mine lower. No, because I wanted that to actually be done. That's the problem. That was one of the goals for today, was to get this built and functioning. Which I don't know if that's going to be possible with the amount of time we have left. But we're going to try. It would be very interesting to see a team in Seattle again. I don't know why, but if Dinesh says it, I believe him right away. How's this beaver? Oh, let's check. I hope he's still alive. I don't think he's still with us, unfortunately. Dead 2 cycles before. Oh, so you were watching? Oh, that's too bad. We should have had a memorial for him. Yeah, he doesn't even show up in the recent activity. Just need treated planks. Yes, that is, that's what we're working on. I've got my guys building more of them very slowly. Make a temple. Can I rebuild the temple? Can I rename the temple? All right. We're just going to get rid of these because they have clearly way too much of that. All right, so we're going to come harvest / destroy the cassava. We'll put a temple there, and we'll see if we can rename it. I don't know that I can. I'm not going to promise that. I can't rename the carousel, but we can rename it in our hearts. Whalers might have the best logo in sports history, but they were playing in a shopping mall. Was that Hartford? Was that hockey team? Who was it? Somebody had like the cheesiest like 1970s game show music as the goal horn. I think the name of the tune was Brass Bonanza, but I don't remember what team it was. I want to say it was the Whalers, but I'm not entirely sure. Holy crack, and more beavers. Yes, welcome, Lady Lexi. We're back again. We've actually done a lot if you're just joining. We have these water wheels here at the exit that are generating a ton of power. We have almost 6,000 horsepower from these things. And these two right here. Beavers walking a long way around mine levee. Did the path get broken? Yes. Because we're building this platform here to allow us to put the industrial pile there. So it'll get fixed very, very fast. So we have some additional dynamite here we can be blasting. And we're just preparing this for if and when we need it later for emergency water release. We're not expanding it anymore at this exact moment. Just getting ourselves ready for it. Alright, have they gotten rid of this yet? Okay, they're in the process. We'll put our temple here. Why not remove the levees instead of using stairs? That's a good question, because this actually should be open. Oh, that would solve so many problems if we did that. Why am I like this? Oh, no. Yeah, we definitely should have done that, because then I can use a lot more space for storage, and I could move this further out. Yep. Another blunder at the hands of my poor reasoning skills. But yes, let's absolutely take advantage of that. Because we don't actually have to worry about this anymore. Because the water is never going to get flooded back in here. So we can actually have this be completely open, just like so. What is this? Cassava? We don't need any more cassava. I'm going to unplant all of this. All of this can be... Well, all of this can be unplanted. We do not need it. Do not. Watch, in like one more cycle, we're going to have a huge food crisis because I did this. Also add circular workspaces around the mine. Yes. We're going to end up putting a whole bunch of other stuff in here. We just have to get everything unblocked here. Food crisis incoming, don't you know it? This always happens like this. Instead of blasting where water wheel supports go, blast where the wheel part would be. Well, we'd have to get out that way anyway. So to put another wheel in, we'd actually have to have these 4. We'd have to have all of this blasted all the way down to put one more wheel in because of the way the supports go. This would just be emergency bypass. So we'll come back to that in a little bit. Alright, so what we'll do instead of the stupidity I was doing before is we'll just have this accessible here. We'll start this 1 block further back. Then we can get rid of all these levees here. And I think I can have this set up right here and still be fine. We'll end up moving it around, I'm sure. Take 20 game cycles to harvest all that? Yes, it absolutely would. I might be about as childish as RCE. Yeah, me too, except I do have some sort of a standard to uphold during streams because I know there are people of all ages that watch these. And my parents actually found these. So I gotta be careful what shows up on here now. I doubt they're watching, but hello, if you are. All right, so we're going to have 1 set of stairs there. We'll have to go 2 more here. I think this should be fine like this. What did your parents say? Oh, they don't have YouTube accounts. They just watch Logged Out. What did they say? Oh, no, they're just curious. Like, oh, what are you doing? What are you? Because I've been telling them I've been doing YouTube as a hobby for a while, but I was trying to avoid, you know, letting too many people that I know in real life on stuff. Because then people, you know, then like they're like, oh, my kid does YouTube. Then and of course, then they're sharing with like everybody, and everybody's mom gets on here like, oh, it's nice. That's it. And then, you know, someone's gonna end up saying, oh, it was so nice when I did X activity with you at Y place in year Z. And then all of a sudden you've been super doxxed by people you haven't talked to in 20 years because they're like, oh, they're sharing links to... No. Let's just keep this on the down low. It doesn't need to be complicated. I suspect RCE's parents weren't surprised by his content. Yeah, I don't either. He's funny though, I'll give him that. That is, that's not the kind of humor I'm going to at least openly endorse myself saying. Now in private, yeah, probably, but I have an image to maintain as the Bob Ross of city builders. Somebody said, like, I don't know, 3 years ago. I was like, I like that. We can be wholesome family fun here. Well, I did say Z. I guess I enunciated poorly. I'd sooner admit to doing OnlyFans. Oh no. No. Do they know we said hello? I'll tell them. I think they're probably out relaxing on the back porch right now. So what we're gonna do here... Oh, man, I miss my ladders mod so much. We're going to kind of create a double layer structure here. To where this is now going to be... Oh, that's not gonna work, is it? I don't think so. I guess we'll have to get a little creative with how we have paths come down here. No, I'm an American. I'm not going to say Zed. That is the everyone else in British English. Say Zed. RCE is funny, but his humor is too much sometimes. Yeah, I agree. Tell your parents you want a beaver balloon for your birthday. They'd probably do it. It'll work when you remove the pump. What will work when I remove the pump? I'm talking about stacking these medium warehouses, because I'm not going to have the room to get the stairs down this far is what I'm getting at. Because you can't stack the stairs one on top of another. There has to be a space in between. All right, look, I never said my channel was entirely wholesome, educational family channel. I just try not to be too risque on here. You've seen some of the stuff you guys talk about in chat. Don't give me that. You can move the stairs to where the water pump is once it's dried out, then double layer it with platforms like you were about to. I could. What I was hoping to do at the very bottom was to have two of these warehouses right here, because this is going to need gears, dynamite, and treated planks. So we could at least have the gears and the dynamite on the bottom level. And then something else kind of up here. We're going to end up, I'm sure, blasting most of this land out anyway. You can make a beaver yourself by putting berries in water. Yeah, let's try that. Let's see how that works. Extend the levees around the mine to the mangrove trees in L shape is a long-time project. Yeah, that could work. A very, very long-term project for sure. Because you see how long it's taken to pump all this out. If you want two next to each other, you have to blast some more ground. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. We're probably going to end up taking a lot of this out and just gradually terracing most of this. 4 levees next to each other could demolish half of them. Yeah, these right here, definitely. Then we could put some stairs to go up here, there. That would be fine. We can have some space here for other materials as well. Oh boy. Yeah, PewDiePie's a different story entirely. I don't desire to be associated with him at all, I don't think. Ah, yes, eggplants and broccoli emojis, definitely. In our world, if you put berries and water together, I don't want to see the beaver after it forms into the baby beaver. Yeah, that's how you make wine. Or I guess the grapes aren't berries. Or are they? I don't know what the actual... Would that be horticulture? Plant development? I don't know what the actual science behind all that is. Yeah, but just for everyone who isn't aware of how horrifying these beavers are, let me see if I can get one to actually show up. Look at this wrinkly disaster right here. It's like a pug with no fur. It's horrifying. All right, so we're done with that. we are decidedly finished with that. Now, how are we looking over here? Still making plenty of power. Okay, we're making enough. Are we still doing all right? We have a bunch of beavers with no jobs, which we've done a very bad job of keeping up with. Admittedly, we probably should have some more construction beavers. So, why did I open that? Let's put in another builder's hut here just because we can. Employ some of these guys. You can make brandy from most berries, so I guess that would work. Okay, that's interesting. I don't make much of a wine, but I do make mead. That sounds good. What in the world are you guys on about with these baby beavers? Temple terrain is ready. Good point. Let's go do that. Put in our temple in memory of Dinesh, which we cannot rename, unfortunately. What a shame. But we will always, in our hearts, know that that is why that is there. Did you say Pog? Still didn't connect the big water wheels? Yeah, we did. They're all connected. Yeah, they're all part of the same network. Oh, you want me to write it out in the cassava? All right, let's see. Let's see if I can get that to work. Is this 5 tall? Is this going to work? Oh, I need more than I need more than 3 wide for the inn. I think I have to go 4 wide. Nope, that's gonna have to start 1 more down. Oh, I'm gonna run out of space. I'm gonna run out of space. That's not gonna work. I can get the E. I'm not gonna have enough room for an S unless I go all the way up. Can I at least get an H over here? Is that too hokey? Is that too hokey to do that? When it's punctuated by the farmhouses. Go 1 up? Okay, I could do it all at the very top then. I wanted the border around it. But I think we can make that work. Move the farms. Writing Billy is simpler. Do water wheel power shafts touch... That's what you meant. Oh, no, no, we haven't. We haven't connected all those. So now I have a problem of where am I going to connect all this? It's going to have to go into... We're going to have to move our medical bed. Sorry, dude, that was sitting in the medical bed. We're going to have to move that and demolish all of these. Yeah, I really want to make sure we get this done because I only have another 8 or 10 minutes or so. All right, so let's repause. I think... All right, if we have this all the way against the against this one side, then that's not going to be as nice looking. But I can't really move the farms unless I put them down here. We have so much anyway. Who cares? Let's just move the farms. Let's just move the farms. Okay. So let's redo the S and the H. Yeah, we'll plant that there. We'll just replant all of this. Why not? So then I guess I could make this 3. No, I don't have enough room. We'll keep this at 2 wide. There we go. Now it's actually fully in there. And then we just have to demolish these to put in, I guess, 3 more farms. So there you go. This is now the Dinesh Memorial Temple. Just sounds of silence. The names of the lost are written on the cassava fields and YouTube wall. The beaver was still sitting there when he demolished the hospital bed. Yeah, he doesn't have anywhere else to go, I don't think. Yeah, we have so much stuff growing over here, we just don't need it. So we'll fix that in due time. Now, how are we looking over here? There's still a lot of water in here that needs to be sucked out. But they still don't have treated planks because I haven't been building treated plank storage. Which was kind of the whole point of us doing all of this. So let's make sure we do that. Hauling post near 30 unemployed. Yes, we definitely could use. In this district does not have a hauling post yet, so let's go ahead. Let's build a hauling post instead of this builder's hut. Oh, we already have one, yeah. Let's get rid of that. Put in a hauling post. And then we can bring some more beavers over here. I will need to put in some more housing. I filled the niche with flower pots, makes it nicer. Every day we stray. Yeah, we're going to transfer some more. So you guys want me to fill this with flowers? That's not going to have any sort of actual benefit as far as the decorative. I guess we only have shrubs. I could make these all shrubs if we wanted. But I do think we want to make a nice beaver statue of them. right here at the corner. How's that sound? Watching over the entrance to the temple. The real question is, how does he feel about being immortalized in crop art? Oh, beaver statue here is a good use of the space. Oh, the chanting. That was only slightly terrifying. This... You guys are insane. Alright. Point coffee in there, and when they turn red, you can just see a suggestion. Oh, I read that wrong. Coffee, and then when they turn red, you can see... Okay, so if we were to grow coffee here, we already have the coffee here. How much coffee do we actually have stored? We have the beans. We have 128 coffee beans that haven't been processed yet. So we probably could use another coffee brewery. I don't know. We'll see. That's probably something for next time around. And we have a little bit more time to take care of stuff. Oh, that's not going to reach all the soybeans. Not going to reach all the soybeans. Now that... Oh, I could just do that. That works too. Alright, so we'll put those back. That is going to be kind of funny, though. Leave for a few minutes, and it appears that not only the Billies are silly today. Yeah, we have kind of a group brain rot that occurs whenever Kurt, Devilish, Fun, and some of the other more notable commentators are in here. We have fun, though. It would be cool if you have something in the letters that is a different color. Yeah, that's why people were suggesting the coffee. Because when it turns red, it has a... or it has the berries, it has a nice looking deal. But we have so many coffee beans already, I don't think that's the best option for us. We do have the option to do shrubs, which I believe turn pink. Maybe I could just be insane. Or we could also just do some sort of other something there. No mangrove fruit, but it's a next time problem. So the mangrove fruit issue, I think, is because of not having enough gatherers to harvest stuff. They also just kind of go through it a lot. I was going to put another set of trees over here, but I never did. Yeah, that's going to be a next time problem. Roofs on stilts? Could be. Don't think there would be a way to leave it unharvested. No, they would gather those unless we didn't have a gather in range. This guy is in range of half of that currently. Should do canola there and replace existing canola with... that's not a bad idea. That would be kind of cool with it, the name being out in yellow. It's not like we're ever going to have enough of that anyway. That's not a bad idea. So I think that's what we'll do. From the man himself. We do have to wait for all of this to get harvested, though, before I can start really planting anything. I'm a food on the mind. I'm a fan of steel plant art where you don't see the art until the plants change color. That would be cool. Next stream, can we try to get happiness to 30? That would be a good goal. Especially once this nonsense with this mine is done. That's going to give us a lot more opportunity to get the bots going. And we'll be in a much better spot there. So I'm going to go ahead and start planting canola in the letters that it's actually accessible in. Order it with potted shrubs. Okay, well, I don't think we have... Oh, so you want all of this to be shrubs? Well, then no one's going to be able to get inside. So we would have to... we'd have to be pretty careful about that. Oh, stealth. Okay, that's what you were getting at. All right. But we can go ahead and start planting these. You have to think of more ways to immortalize people on the map. Yeah, we only have so much space, so the more creative and interesting ideas are going to get the most traction. What's flooded? Oh, that's that thing right there. That's fine. All right, let's just go ahead and We're so wasteful of resources with this. Alright. That should be fine. I do like the idea of them still being able to access the canola here because, you know, we kind of do need it. They don't go inside. It's a memorial garden. We'll see. We do still actually have to grow crops, believe it or not. That is kind of an important function of all of this space. I don't know that I'm willing at this exact moment to give up all of this farm space, but we'll see. Leave a gap between each shrub. We'll see. Remember the power connection. Yes, yes. We are supposed to be playing the game. You are correct. Are we out of dynamite, really? There's no way. Alright, well, I guess we have to turn that back on. Alright, get in there and start making some explosives. And I was also going to try to fix this. It doesn't seem like that was working too well. I'm not going to put any more dynamite down until we have this taken care of. Beaver Lunchables, yes, I am so ready for that mod to come back. It is fun playing vanilla, though. After all this time doing almost exclusively mods, it is pretty sorely missed. Alright, good. This path is almost ready, too. Then we'll have this connected here, and then we have to blow this up so we can start draining some of this out more. Fences were a mod. No, we have fences still. They're under decoration, except Iron Teeth now only have wood fence and metal fence. They don't have the log fence anymore. That is a Folktales exclusive. What about a shrub against the road between the letters? It would give some accent to the letters. Yes, but it would also prevent access from our farms. Because remember, every block you take away in front of a farm building severely reduces the access they have to it. So for that to work, and for this to still remain harvestable, we would have to be pretty careful about how this is set up. Maybe something to figure out next time. Vanilla always makes me remember why I love the game. Yeah, like at its core, Timberborn is a very good game. Like we lose track of that a lot because of the amount of mods that we typically play with, but the game just by itself is great. If for some reason you don't own it, I don't know why, buy it. It's good. Unless your computer can't play it, then I guess that's an excuse. But hey, we have a 22 happiness, which is a record for this playthrough. Only on the tiles between the letters and only against the road, that would be 6 shrubs. Oh, so like here, 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 and here. I don't know, is that gonna look nice? Let's find out. Well, that'd be only 5. Well, then it would look like it's an abbreviation for something. Well, we can try it out. It's a let's play after all, not a watch me do what I want. That's why you guys are here. And there's, oh my god, there's 63 of you? Wow. Thanks for being here, people. Appreciate you. If your computer can stand base game, it's not very taxing for computers. It depends pretty heavily on what kind of processor and RAM you have, I'm pretty sure. It's also graphically demanding, but they've made a lot of improvements. Like right now, I'm getting 120 frames per second while also streaming the game, running it on maximum settings at 1440p, I think is what my monitor is set to. So, and I don't have like a super high-end computer. It was pretty good about 3 years ago. I have a 2070 Super graphics card and I have a 3900X CPU. And I think my laptop would run it at 4K at about 20 or 30 FPS pretty reliably in update 2. Maybe that was update 3. It might have been update 3. And the laptop wasn't anything crazy either. Yeah, I don't know if I'm sold on the shrubs. being just punctuated like this. Maybe if we could actually get the thing to go all the way across the bottom, that might look cool. Especially once this turns yellow, but we'll take a look at it next time, see how it looks. Don't you wish you had the mod for putting down dynamite yourself? What, so the beavers don't have to put it down? I didn't know that was a thing. That seems kind of almost like cheating. Because half the fun is watching the beavers like pathfind to stuff. Maybe an exclamation point at the at the end. That would fill the space nicely. Yeah, we could do that, maybe. Ryzen 5 3600 and a Radeon 50. Yeah, you should be fine with that. Fine with that. Yeah, the game runs fine. The 3600 is a very good chip. A lot of people are like, "Oh, it's not the top of the line." No, it's a fantastic processor. You just don't have a ton of cores. It's about the same speed as mine, I'm pretty sure. It might even be faster per core. But the difference is I have 12 physical cores, and I think the 3600 has 6 physical cores. I built several people computers with 3600s back when those came out. Very, very good processors. Oh, developer mode, okay. Firefox crashed. RIP. I haven't used Firefox in a very long time. I've been sucked into the Google ecosystem, but I've been thinking about going back. It's just so convenient to have all your passwords saved in one spot. You have all the extensions and everything. You have a 1080. You know, it is astounding how well the 1080 has held up over the past, what, it's almost a decade old now? Or the 1080 would have come out in like the late 2000s, late 2010s. Devilish Fun, thank you very much for gifting a membership. Who's going to get it? Let's find out. Oh, you're absolutely right. I need to change one of the high-powered shafts into a straight shaft. You are absolutely correct. Thank you for reminding me of that. Bing has gotten a lot better, yes. You are absolutely correct. All right, so here's what we're going to do. It's I know it said it would only go about 2 hours. We're a little over 2 hours, but we're also just about at the end of the cycle. So let's just go until the end of this cycle, and we'll call it for tonight for Timberborn. And then maybe come back later with some city skylines. That seems like a fun way to spend the evening, if you guys are down for that. Looks like BoygBoy88 got the membership of Devilish Fun. Welcome to the Beard Boosters. Enjoy the emotes. And we got more stuff coming. It just takes a while to get through a lot of that. We've only been doing these about a month, but it is awesome to have so many. I think we're up to 33 or 34 now. It's a fantastic, fantastic group of people. Really appreciate you guys and everything that you do. Built your gaming computer by hand back in 2015. Okay, that sounds about right. Yeah, I built a, the first computer I built for myself, I think was 2012. Had a 3570K and a AMD 7850 graphics card as a Radeon. Then I got another one and did a crossfire setup between them. And that actually ran stuff decently well. They didn't play any real huge AAA games, but it did well enough for what I wanted to do. And then I kept that computer until 2020. And I actually made my first couple of Astra videos on that. Although by that point I think I'd gotten an RX 580 for the graphics card. And then I built this computer. And I haven't done anything to it since then. It's probably about time for a graphics card upgrade, considering, I guess now that would be a business expense. So I could write that off on my taxes. That would be fun. But I'm thinking about trying to find a used 3080 or maybe a 3080 Ti. I think the 4000 series haven't really been very impressive for me. Oh, we need to connect this stuff back. Did someone remind me of that? Nobody caught that. Wow. Okay. Oh, wait, never mind. No, Rick had that, and I just completely didn't see it. I'm sorry. 608 said you still have to place the platform on top of the shaft. But yeah, we'll go ahead and get that taken care of. Looking good there. And it is day 22, so we have at least one more day here. Heading off. Thanks for another amazing stream. Thanks for being here, Dinesh. Appreciate you. We'll see if your name looks any better when it's all grown in, and if we have any other stuff to take care of here. But let's, since we're already over here, let's go ahead and make sure this is all set up correctly. Tafthar! Exclamation point. Wish I'd gone AMD rather than a 3080, but only because Linux. Okay, that makes sense. So the only reason I wanted to go with NVIDIA is because of the video editing, because the CUDA cores make it just so much better, so much faster to export video. So I've got myself firmly entrenched into their ecosystem. But I think the value for the money, if you don't absolutely have to have CUDA cores, the AMD graphics cards are just light years better in terms of what you pay for what you get. One of the computers I'm using remotely right now is 220. Oh my god, are those will those be Threadrippers or are those like Super Xeons or something? I haven't kept track of the server hardware for a long time. 970s, nice. Those have held up really well too. Looks like you have crop writing. Yep, that is exactly correct. We named our temple after Dinesh, and we weren't able to rename the temple, so somebody suggested, hey, put its name in crops, so that's what we did. We're going to see about putting these shrubs all the way around as a border. But once the stuff grows in, it's going to be a nice golden color against the green of the cassava. That'll look pretty nice. How are we looking over here? Okay, we still have water down here. But we are down to below one water high. So maybe we'll get that finished. What is Dinesh? That is the name of one of our beloved channel members. And Timberborn expert. He used to have 970s and SLI. I had a friend when I was in college. This would have been 2011. Lived in the dorms. He was 2 floors above me. And he had a computer. Now, this is going to date some of you. The Antec Landboy. The Landboy Air with the yellow trim. His trim might have been blue, actually. But that was like a big meme case about 12 years ago. He had one of those. He had I think he had a 3570 processor, but he had 4 graphics cards in there. He was, I think he was mining Bitcoin. Before Bitcoin was really popular, he was, because we didn't pay for the internet in the dorms. Or we didn't pay for the internet, didn't pay for the power or whatever. So he just ran the thing full tilt 24/7 because he didn't care. So he had 4 5830s, which weren't super high power cards, but I guess they were supposed to be good for mining or whatever. So he had that running all year long. Just 24/7, just mining cryptocurrency, and then if you wanted to play a game, you just pause the miner. You have a Landboy Air? There you go. Kurt, I just didn't see. Yeah, you can always send me a message on Discord. Always welcome. Yeah, he I don't remember. He told me at one point how many Bitcoin he had. And it was like more than 1. Because remember, this was like 2011. This was right when it was first starting to become kind of popular among nerdy people, but still generally unknown to the public. So I'd like to think that he held on to that and he had an enormous fortune when the Bitcoin became super valuable. I don't know. Was that 4 years ago and it went up to like $60,000 a piece or something? So I think about him sometimes. He was a cool dude. We play Minecraft and World of Tanks together a lot instead of doing school things, which was kind of a problem. But no, we had fun. No, we played modded Minecraft, actually. We had I ran several servers out of the dorm room. We went to a used computer store, and we bought an old Dell Optiplex, not like a fancy server, but like a powerful workstation that had the dual slot motherboard, and we went on eBay and bought some old Xeons. So we were cool because we had 2 quad-core CPUs in 2011 in our $30 thrift store computer. We had a good time. Those guys were a lot of fun. Can't forget to have this prepped and ready to go for emergency water release. We won't detonate those until we need them, though. How far does the mine have left? It's pretty close. Well, we need 180 treated planks, which I guess isn't that close. But the water's almost sucked out of this. And if we get all the way through to the end of day 28, we might actually get all of the water out of here. Need to add stairs so the beavers can continue building around the mine. So that's what I was going to look at doing. was blasting this out, actually, to go a little deeper, but this pump is kind of in the way. So I think what we'll end up doing here is just, for the time being, putting in stairs and then blasting this down. Because I want to move this back. Actually, I think right here is probably fine. And then we'll just go straight up. Should be okay. Running a Ryzen 7 3700 8-core works well for gaming needs. Most intensive I play is WoW. Yeah, the 3700X is a really good CPU. The 38, I remember the 3800 not being that much of an upgrade over the 37, but they wanted a lot more money for it. So yeah, unless you need a lot of cores, it really isn't worth spending the extra money. Better for gaming, at least, to have the higher single core speed. Did you want to move the stairs back to fit a platform for double layer storage? Yeah, that's why I had this set here, and I was going to move the whole thing back one more. But I can't until I have... oh, I should have moved this to another spot. In case you haven't noticed, I'm not great at this game. I'm good enough to get myself in trouble. But by and large, I make a lot of mistakes when I'm playing, especially when I'm getting distracted by chat. Are you moving the main district to its original place? I was planning on having a district here, yes. I might still keep this one up here on top. But the point was to try and reclaim this at least a little bit. And I don't think we need to have so many crops over here. So I might actually go ahead and already cleared the planting area. I just need to demolish. I'm just going to go ahead and get rid of a bunch of these because we really, really do not need them. In college, one of my classmates made 4-player spades. Every player used a different terminal, and we could all be in different buildings. Wow, that sounds interesting. We had, we kind of got in trouble once because we, the dorm Ethernet would not allow us to do port forwarding, so we had a hard time doing Minecraft. And we ran an Ethernet cable out the window. I said before he was 2 floors above us. We ran an Ethernet cable out the window of his dorm, down the side of the building, and into ours, and hooked it up to our router or network switch or whatever we had set up there. And our RAs were not too happy with us for doing that, but when we could get away with it, it was good fun. Had a lot of fun with those guys. Cycle warning about to hit day 26. Yeah, we're paying attention. We're gonna see what happens with the cycle length. We are gonna stop when the cycle changes after we do our water level increases. Just want to make sure we could complete that. The district is in the middle. We reach everything. Won't make any difference because it's interconnected and beavers live up top. Okay, so why don't we do that then? We'll just I think I'm gonna have to be careful how I have this set up. Demolish that, then put in our district center just right here. I don't know if that's really going to make that big of a difference or not, but now that's now it says District 4. Let's rename this to oh, it's supposed to be District, not District, District 1. There we go. So they should automatically refill all the jobs. Yeah, it's slowly figuring itself back out. As long as they didn't all come over here. No, they're looking good. All right. Fill up our hauling post. That's looking nice. We have only 1 job vacancy in this district. That's looking good. We are fully connected with power, which means our power... Oh my god, the power network has 20... Oh, 20, that's the 7,400 horsepower. All right, let's get this blown up here. I think I need to have... Yeah, that'll be 2 more. Let's at least put those 2 there. Very slow getting things done with only 1 district for the large map, yes. But if it's centralized, maybe that... I don't know, it probably isn't going to help. I was going to have everything kind of separated out. I do remember saying that. But one of the original conditions for, I guess, quote-unquote, winning the map was to retake this island and have the district center back here. It would be nice if you could move buildings like in city skylines instead of demolishing and rebuild. Yes, that would be very convenient. But I don't hate the way that this is set up now. It's not the worst. Oh, I don't need this one to be demolished. I just need this one. So then I think what that's going to do is let us do that. Should be fine. The mine is actually dry, is it? Oh, cool. All right. Well, that means let me get rid of that finally. Get rid of this, and then we can start blasting this out as well. So that's good. I'm glad that finally happened. We're still hopelessly behind on the treated planks. It's going to take us forever and a day to get those. So that is going to be a next time thing to get this thing fully up and running. But it is progress. And we love to see that. I didn't want to put stairs there. Go away. There, I wanted that removed so I could demolish that out and put the stairs in. Oh, you did news groups. Oh, that's right. You've been around a while. Used to package the news groups up, download the file, then read them at home. Did you guys have I don't even know what kind of network it would have been, because you wouldn't have had Ethernet back then. So did you have like an actual like a mainframe thing you guys would connect to, or was it just you all dialed into something? Cycle change. Very good. Cycle 20. So that is going to be where we end today after we roll our dice once more. But let's take a look real quick at what we've accomplished so we can figure out where we're going to go next. We did put these in. That's looking good. We've got this area connected up to this power. We're going to have to next time around move this around this way. Figure something else out with that. And then I do still want to have this canal built here, spilling out this way so we can have this for farming if we need it. We need to improve this. But all in all, I think very good progress. Lots to be happy with here. This will be a next time adventure. Has any of our crops... Oh, they're starting to grow in. Starting to grow in. It's going to look pretty cool, I think, with all the contrasting colors. But let's go ahead and roll our dice. Let me tab out real quick to start do that. All right. Okay, let's roll these again. All right, 6. So they'll become 9.1. Will be the strength after all this. Let's go back into developer mode. No GeForce experience, and nobody wants you. Go away. All right. Yep, 0.6 becomes 9.1. I anticipate this is going to cause a little bit of flooding when it actually begins. So we'll see how that's set up, but then we'll say goodbye for today, and then hopefully I can see some of you later tonight for a short Cities Skyline stream. We made good progress in that yesterday. I just wanted to keep that going a little bit. And then I don't know exactly what the plan is going to be for tomorrow. I might stream tomorrow instead of a video, or I might just put out a regular video. But Wednesday for sure we're going to have Kingdoms Reborn coming back. Try to do that one about once a week. Alright. Is this... There we go. I can actually get at that now. 9.1, 9.1. And that should be not 94. My God, 9.1. Alright. So now those are all fixed out of developer mode. Let's see how bad the water outflow problem becomes over here. Is this going to actually flood again? Doesn't look like it. At least not long term. Might have to... Okay, yeah. Let's get rid of that levee. That should help. Yeah, we're going to have a problem on our hands with this. I can't really make this a too wide platform because... a canal, because we have all this infrastructure built up over here. So we're going to have to get creative. New canal won't work if spilled out sideways. If I put a dam piece at the end, it will. It'll fill the whole thing up and then just go through the dam. 21-sided die. No, I don't have a 21. I have a 20-sided die. Oh, okay. This is flooded. So now we have to. Oh, we've got to figure out a solution for this now. We got some flooding to contend with, but that is a next time problem to solve. It is starting to kill these trees, so we'll have to take care of that. Thanks for being here. I appreciate you guys. Hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. I don't know when I'll be starting another stream up, but it shouldn't be too late, and it won't go very long, but I did want to make sure we hit that again, since it wasn't a long stream yesterday. But again, thanks for being here. Thanks to everyone who donated and got new memberships and all that stuff. Hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. We'll see you in the next one, whether that is later tonight or tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye.